Okay, today is Black Monday, and we are here with you. I'm Sabrina.
I'm Gwen, but this ain't no Black Monday. This Happy Monday. I've been waiting for this Monday for 2 seasons.
Well, right, we have. Okay, so as you can see, we got on the colors. We're Washington Commanders fans, right? So you can already tell what we're talking about. Coach Ron Rivera was fired this morning. Okay.
And I'm singing Bye Bye, one of my favorite guy songs. I don't get me wrong. I don't like nobody to lose their job, but he done made enough millions of dollars to sail off into the sunset happy.
So let's remind everybody what Coach Rivera's record has been since he's been here. 26 wins, 40 losses, and 1 tie. Now you tell me how he made it. Was it 4 years? 4 years here in the DMV. I don't understand that.
Well, this year was a given because they just changed. So this year was but previously I do think him getting sick, and they always thought it wasn't him. And if he can get with Jack and solidify, then they brought Evie in, hoping that would, help do it, because I guess he's a likable guy. I never really heard much. To me, he didn't have enough. Because ain't no way half of that stuff would have went down, Sabrina. I would have been slinging Gatorade all over that locker room.
Gatorade?
How they turn over the tables with the cups and all. Man, ain't no way. He was always seemed like he was okay with whatever.
Yeah, he was very nonchalant. And we talked about that some shows back. We've been on hiatus for a little bit, but we're back. And that's something that we've been talking about. Even yesterday, Sunday, when they asked him, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow? What are you feeling? He was like, well, I'm just going to do what I always do. It's just a normal day, or whatever he said. In other words, his answer was like almost delusional. And so he knew what was happening. He knew the writing was on the wall. So Ron Rivera's gone. We're going to come back and talk about this more later. Also, Arthur Smith of the Falcons was released like midnight almost. So they lost on Sunday. They didn't even give it a full to the morning. They said, you out of here.
Why make it Terry? You might as well.
Exactly.
They knew. I would have told Rivera 4 games ago, you're gonna be fired on January the 8th. Just know this. You need to start getting your affairs in order. We're gonna go in another direction. Thank you for all the time, but after that last game, whether we win or lose,
right,
we'll be without a job.
Yeah, and then during the season, 3 other coaches were fired. So the Panthers, the Chargers, and the Raiders. And the Raiders put Antonio Pierce in as their interim coach, and he has been turning that organization around. I really hope that they give him the chance, but it doesn't always work like that. I know.
That owner kind of suspect.
I know.
Yeah, that Davis boy, he kind of suspect, but nothing like his father though. I was told father was admired and amateur, but I don't know, Sabrina. I don't know if they're gonna give him it would be nice, because you're right. I actually gonna be checking the Raiders out and going over their wins to see if this is gonna carry into next season. Like, what was the change? But you're right about that.
I'm sure there's gonna be a few more, especially.
You think Belichick gonna get the boot?
That is so tricky. And even if he does, I can see him going to the Chargers and coaching there. I don't see him coming here anymore. That was a big talk. I think he could.
Wish they would have. Sabrina, I would have turned in my W. I can't keep supporting these crazy ideas. They might stay with him another year. I say release him and start over fresh. They need to get rid of him and that quarterback and start over fresh.
Yeah, the time has come. I mean, they've been in rebuild mode for a while. It's just not working. And a lot of people are saying that he's just not the same without Tom Brady, before Brady or after. He's not the same coach. So who knows? I don't know. But I just know that's 5 teams right there that's going to have to fill or either remain with their interim person. And then let's get back to Washington real quick. I want to know what they're going to do with EB. Because the owner, Josh Harris, he did a press conference this afternoon, which we posted to the channel. Make sure you go and watch it later. But one of the questions was, have you talked to EB? What is the conversation? And he gave a generic answer. I talked to him. We're going to evaluate everything and blah, blah, blah. So I just want to know what's going to happen. I just can't see EB staying with all of this upheaval. He'll probably go end up somewhere else.
Let me holler at you, Sabrina.
Okay.
And this is time to get serious for 2 seconds.
Okay, all right.
I don't think EB has done a good job of proving that he can be the head coach. Because if he's been running the offense It was a totally different game yesterday than the whole season. They went forward on fourth down. They did a trick play. That's the type of stuff I was expecting when EB got here. And you can't stop playing and being better at the offensive scheme on the last game of the year when everybody butt on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think maybe he hasn't shown his worth. And not that he should have. He has a track record that says he's successful. But remember, everybody was tying that to Andy. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first time where he gets to say it's solely me. And we got one of the worst seasons we had in a long time. Now, you can put it to the line, you can put it to Howell, you can put it to the wide receivers. All of that's true. But I think they expected a little bit more from EB, just a little bit.
I agree with you. And I think one of the linemen, or one of the offensive linemen was interviewed this afternoon as well.
And nobody shouldn't be talking to him. His butt should be in training.
Oh, no, let me tell you something. He's the one that I agree with.
Sabrina.
He has been playing, though. He really has. Cosme has been playing. Sam Cosme is the one that I support. He has been playing his butt off to the point where he actually should have gone to the Pro Bowl this year, and they snubbed him because we're on such a bad team.
Are you delusional?
No.
The best player on our team is the worst player on somebody else's team, Sabrina. You can't get, okay, I get what you're saying, he's good, but the mere fact that Howell has been sacked in the 2000 range, ain't nobody going to the Pro Bowl, so you're right about that. You're right about that.
What he was saying is, the point I was getting to was that he said that he wanted more run plays because EB was passing in a lot of situations where just put B-Rob back there. B-Rob, even just out of sheer will, is going to get 4 or 5 yards most of the time. And he would call passing plays. And so he was like, I want more running plays. Like that's what, as linemen, we thrive off of. And so I think EB was too pass heavy when the protection wasn't there all the time. It's just, I don't know if it was a good fit, and he was stubborn too. Like he was unwilling to change. It's like times when he got back to the run some more, we looked a lot better. He's got to learn to balance it out, but I don't know. I think what he did worked in Kansas City. I feel like they do miss him. Their offense has not been as sharp as when he was in Kansas City. And so I think they miss him there. But as far as here, I think he's just trying to do something that's just not working, and he's trying to force it. So I don't know what's going to happen to him.
But yeah, I haven't been impressed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean 4-12.
I want him here. I want him to stay, but he needs to get with the program. Like whatever that entails, fine. But I want him to stay because can't do no worse than be. I didn't think we could do any worse, but you know what I mean.
Clearly, yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this: what the heck is wrong with the Eagles?
Sabrina, they had one job to beat the Giants. Now we stuck in the DMV with these delusional fools thinking that they going to the Super Bowl.
But but
look how they lie and cheat to get to it. For those who don't know, that last game they played with the Jameis Lions, they cheated, Sabrina. Now explain the cheat, Sabrina, because you explain a lot better than I do.
Okay, so one of the Lions offensive linemen went to the referee and declared himself eligible to be a receiver. The referee thought that the other lineman standing beside him was the one that declared. It wasn't number 70 because 70 had been declaring throughout the game. It was 68, but because everything was moving fast, it was within the last minute, he assumed it was 70, it was 68. And so when the Lions got the 2-point conversion and was about to win the game and the Cowboys fans looked devastated, that's when they come out with this flag talking about something he didn't declare. You got to redo it. I will say that the Lions coach is partly to blame after that.
Because they should have kicked the tied the game.
Exactly. He kept getting chances. You could have, but he kept going for 2. So I blame him after that. But it shouldn't have never come to that because they cheated. And so to me, people always say that the NFL is scripted, and I've never thought that. But sometimes it makes me go, because the Lions now have
some money under the table. You got to watch Jerry Jones. He's been taking out 100,000 for the last 3 weeks till he got to $1 million. Because ain't no way that's too slick for me. Now they're not going. The 49ers took their butts out the last 3 playoffs. Now they don't get to hit them until they get to the championship game. That's crazy. Now
And
they got the easy road. They got the Packers, and I just, man, the Eagles had one job.
Yeah, and my point
One.
is how people say it's scripted, and I say no, it's not. But it makes me think because now the Rams have to go to Detroit to play the Lions, and who's the Rams quarterback? Matthew Stafford. You see, and so it's almost like it's being set up to be these little Cinderella scripty stories or whatever. You see what I'm saying? That one decision by that ref put the Cowboys at 2 and the Lions at 3 when it should have been Lions at 2 and Cowboys at 3. That one thing. And people say, oh no, it was other stuff in the game, but they didn't call it.
I don't want to hear that.
I don't even, that's a lie.
But it could be scripted all right, but staff are going to say that had the same outcome. Because I got the Lions beating the Rams, and we'll get to that next. But
yeah,
it's going to be a short trip. Trust me.
But I really don't know what's going on with the Eagles. A lot of people saying, you know, a lot about to say Jameis. We're going to get to him too. Jalen is hurt, and so he's not playing at full strength. But let's say that is the case. Let's say Jalen is hurt. How does one player being hurt, yes, he's your quarterback, I get that. But how does one player derail your whole team? They started off 10-1, and now they finished what? 11, and what did they lost 6 of the last 7. So whatever that is. So whatever they ended up, it was just a complete decline. And so I don't know what's going on with them. They're going to have to go and play the Bucs in Tampa for.
That's winnable if Jalen playing like the Eagles better than this. And I normally don't big up none of the NFC East teams. My favorite, everybody knows, the AFC North. Mm-hmm. But I don't. But I could say we had a strong, you know what I'm saying, mm-hmm. you know, and not even including them things. But the Eagles is scaring the crap out of me. I don't know what in the world is going on. They need to get it together. Yeah. And of course, by them doing that, now the Cowboys won a division. So again, for the last 22 seasons, there has not been a repeat winner in our division. So now it goes back to Dallas. So hopefully our turn this year coming up or the Giants. And it won't just go back between the Cowboys and the Eagles.
We should have known a couple of weeks ago. I think they lost to the Cardinals. And I think when that happened, that kind of told us right there what was something's happening.
But I know, because I put Murray in them. The Cardinals is a better team to me than the Giants. So when that happened, I was like, okay, they had a bad day. No, you had a worse day yesterday. I was like, what is going on? Them dudes, them ain't the right players. Somebody needs to be checking IDs.
Listen, we're going to get to these picks, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be very honest. Okay? I'm
going to be very honest. Honesty.
Which I hate to do, but it's
better, Sabrina.
No, let me just say this. Let me say this. I think it's going to come down to the 49ers and the Cowboys. And I have never felt as unsure as I had. Because in the past, I'm like, they're going to fall apart. I have never felt so unsure as I do this year, because they've been being all right. So I just hope
I feel with my hands like I always do. But I know what I know. Ain't no way them Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. You better bet. And somebody going to clip them up. Now, if you have to go all the way to the NFC divisional games, let it happen, because they're going to be in San Francisco. But I promise you, Sabrina, I just feel with these. I ain't feeling nothing else, because it can't. I can't. God would not do that to me. I'm sorry. The week we about to have is ridiculous. I didn't even leave this house. I ain't get on Facebook, because I promise you, these Bama's was celebrating on our field. You never want that. You don't want your nemesis to be celebrating on your home turf. Yeah, I didn't. Parties all up and down the street. That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't go to the game intentionally, because I already knew. And when I looked at the TV, I said, made the right decision. It was cold, and all I saw was blue, and I would have been hot. I would have been hot, because if they would have started cheering and hollering, I would have got an attitude.
Sabrina, they was on the road, honking the horns, going all up and down FedEx Way, or was that Bishop somebody way, and it's all over the place. It's at the gas station, and they're celebrating the truck was whole rocking. I'm saying, here we go. They had one job. Every Eagle fans I know, y'all couldn't help us out. And I would have rooted for them. I'm still going to root for them. But I was like, they had one job, Beanie, one.
Yeah, so, and I know there's one person that watches sometimes, Joe. Joe, if you're watching, you got to tell us what's going on with y'all's Eagles, because I don't understand.
And Julia's my friend. Come on, Julius and Nat. I got a lot of them. And Brian and Moan. I got many of them. Come on now, what's going on? Go up there and give your boy a heart check or something. Give him one of them defibrillators. Put that beat back in him, because this can't go down. Come on here.
All right, so Gwen, tell me this.
Right.
Tell me what happened with Jameis Winston and the Saints.
Sabrina, that dude is a mess and been a mess for a long time. When he ate them crabs and left out that restaurant without paying, that says something to who he was. Why in the world would you do that? That's karma. You hear me? You don't rub somebody's face in like that. They were set up because the game was over. So they get in this formation, ladies and those who don't know, called the victory formation. Like, we know we've won the game. It's only a couple of seconds left. You just kneel, you get back and you kneel. They're going to run the play.
Yeah, so they lined up.
Because they right there. They're like on the 2-yard line. So you're supposed to kneel whether you're that close to the end zone or not. You already won. No way can the team come catch you. They scored another touchdown. I thought the coach said kneel.
He did. He absolutely did. But they be in the office, got together and decided, no, we're going to do this so that the running back can get his touchdown for the season, because I think he didn't have one and they wanted him to get it. And so they just overrode him. Like, and when they did the interview afterwards, Jameis was smiling like, yeah, we just.
That clown, I knew he wasn't 2 pennies worth when he walked out on them crab legs. Let me holler at you. They need to all get in trouble, because you shouldn't do that. And if the running back ain't getting his a quarterback all season, he should have did it in the game when it was worth something. Of course you're going to get in the end zone when they think you about to kneel. Because I promise you, if he didn't get it in the other 16 games, he wasn't going to get it in that one. That's crazy, Sabrina, that they did that. Then they went against what the coach said. This is my team, not y'all team. They should trade James.
Yeah, they got together and said, this is what we're going to do. And it's so funny, in the post game, he was just talking very matter-of-factly and laughing like, yeah, we got together and figured this is our decision, so we're going to do this. And I'm like, who does that? Who goes against what the leader is saying and just say, we're going to do something different?
And if I was the running back, I wouldn't want no touchdown like that. It was uncontested. They thought you were going to kneel. You ain't earned that. They gave that to you.
And the Falcons coach was hot. He was hot after that game.
Then he got fired, so it really don't matter. You don't do that to people. That's not good sportsmanship.
So we have our playoff game picks coming up next. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. But first, we got to quickly talk about our Washington Commanders, what lies ahead after this debacle of a season. This year was the first year my family and I ever had season tickets. And of all the years, waste our money like that, sitting out there in that cold and that rain and that losing. Oh my gosh. And so they already calling me talking about something. Yeah, are you ready to renew? I said, no, I got to think about it. That's a lot of money for me to be sitting out there for this losing. But anyway, the state of our team. So what you think is going to happen? So we have a bunch of picks. We have the number 2 overall pick, and then we have 5 more picks in the top, like 100, 105. So we have a ton of picks. Do you think they're going to do anything with it?
They ain't going to do jack with them picks, and you know it's Sabrina. They might get 1 or 2 good ones. If they hire anything but OLs, QB, RWs, or CBs, or S, I'm done. That's a OL, QB, CB, S, and 1 RW. That's all they getting out of me. They don't need no running back. They don't need no long snapper. They don't need none of that mess.
Well, they might need one because they got rid of his behind.
Good. They could put me out there for $770,000. I could do a better job than him. I told you the trajectory was all. Cheeseman, that was his name. Cheeseman.
Cheeseman.
Man, I'm still mad about that pick from 3 years ago.
So wait. So do you think we should go after Caleb?
Okay.
We about to get into it right here.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
Oh, you said no.
I don't think he's gonna be available. And I'm gonna be honest, Sabrina. It would be nice to get him, but we don't never treat people right. So he's gonna come here and we're gonna squander him. You got to get that line together next, because whoever you put back in gonna get obliterated. You hear me?
Yeah.
So no, don't waste that boy's future. I want to go after him, but are we going to set the team up for us to be winners? Like when the
Right.
Bulls got Michael, they ain't had no center, they ain't had no good power forward, but every year they added on to it to complement the star that they saw in him, the iconic star they saw in him.
Yeah.
Are we going to do that with Caleb? I want him to come home.
Yeah. And okay, so here's another question. Here's where we're going to get into it. Should we keep Sam Howell? We're about to get into it.
Are you crazy? Sabrina, you can't put little people in the backfield. He can't see over the lineman. That's why he messing up. And he needs to work on his aim. He needs some more development. And I know he's just a rookie, but I'm tired of that, Sabrina. I'm sorry.
If you look
if they keep him for one more year while they get the other pieces they needed, and then have Caleb training like they should have had. Sabrina, he ain't it. I'm sorry.
Let me make a case. I'm a lawyer right now. I'm about to make a case for saying
be a bad one, but go ahead, bro.
If you look at his stats for the first half of the season, let me finish. I hear some violins. I know I'm putting it on thick, but I'm just saying. He was in the top 10 and eventually in the top 5. He was with Mahomes and the rest of them because he was playing well. Anybody's going to get hurt, dejected, and disgusted behind the line that he had to play behind as a rookie.
Man, I would have been whooping them in that locker room.
So I feel like he can be our future. He just got tired and.
Sabrina, what is your connection with this dude? I've never seen you fight with somebody this hard.
Because I think he can play.
Okay, amen. Well, let the racket show. But I doubt very seriously if he hit next year, they're giving him one more shot. Right. And does he do that? Yeah. Because he's a rookie, like y'all said. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, Sabrina, he ain't the answer. I'm sorry. He's not tall enough. I don't think he's a good caliber enough. They're going to have a strong defense and some really exceptional, one more exceptional wide receiver to catch those funky trajectory balls that he's throwing all over that field.
Let me tell you something.
His interception rate was more than his touchdown rate. Sabrina, some of them things, that Bama, I had to tell him, go back to football 101. You throw to the people that have on the same color uniform and the same color pattern as you do.
Listen unto me.
I wanted him to put some new contacts on or something. What is up with that?
Listen unto me. If you go back to when everything he beginning the first half of the season, that man was putting the ball in tight windows like this, lasers. The man had.
So what happened? It was the same bad line all year, Sabrina. So what happened? What was he doing then that he couldn't do the last?
The man is tired and dejected and discouraged.
Get over it. You a football player in the NFL. You making millions of dollars. Put your big boy butt on. Pick yourself up that turf that you had to do over 70 times. Did he get knocked down and sacked 157?
I don't know what the number is, but it was either the top or within the top 3. Yeah.
It was the most sacks. I know.
I mean, I would start throwing the ball funny too if I didn't been knocked down that many
times. You can blame everybody you want, but a little bit of the skill set too, Sabrina. Just to be honest, some things you do better than, some things you do better. Like you the word person, I'm the math person. Together we make a good team. Mm-hmm. But, he ain't it, Sabrina. But I'll leave him back there.
Sam, I believe in you.
I bet you do. You get that man hurt, Sabrina. He need to go sit on the bench somewhere, make from 1 or 2. He's a good backup. He would be a solid backup. But a starting quarterback, you ain't winning this argument with me. Nope. They can give him one more year while they build them other positions up, but they definitely need to be looking for that player. I hope we can do a 5th round or a 6th round, like Mr. Irrelevant himself, Purdy is going to the playoffs in the number 1 seed.
Number 1 seed, yep. So
you just sad, Miss Sabrina. If that ain't God, you was the last one. So everybody, now we get to the part of the season that is down to the last 14 teams. So all the teams have been picked. So the 49ers and the Ravens get a bye this week. They will not be playing. So the first game we're going to call, I'm going to go with the Browns and the Texans.
Okay, that is the first game, I think, on Saturday.
So this kind of game is a little bit hard for me because the Browns coming out of my favorite division, Yes. And on paper, Sabrina, believe it or not, they have them ranked with the best defense of 2023.
The
Now,
Browns.
there are a lot of moving parts that go along with that, not just your win losses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, based on the Texas offense, I feel like I don't know, Sabrina.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to root for the old guy. Joe Flacco's making a comeback. I'm going to pick the Browns because of Joe Flacco and how he's brought them back to contenders, whatever. Joe Flacco and the Browns. I'm going to go there. It's going to be close though.
Sabrina, I could care less. So I'm going to go with people that look like me. I'm going with the black head coach. Because I don't have a dog in this game, a dog in this fight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's be clear to the people at home. Who's got the black head coach?
So the Texans.
Okay.
They traded Deshaun, and never in a million years did they think they would do a 180 this fast within 2 years. I at least thought they had 5 years of rebuilding. But ain't they glad that I don't predict anything and I'm not God?
I'm real mad that you picked because of that. That's like people picking because of the uniform.
I ain't got what else you want me to do? I could care less about some Browns or some Texans. And I gotta make a pick. I don't know too many people. I haven't watched them all. Yeah, I watched the Browns. But come on now, Deshaun out with some Flacco.
But you know, CJ Stroud has been really playing for the Texans.
You know, that's who they got. You right. I'm gonna do it with Stroud. How about that? So I'm gonna go with the black quarterback and the black head coach. We good. I'm sorry, Sabrina.
All right. So that's your pick.
Y'all, I'm a part of God's kingdom. I love everybody, but I had to find something. So yeah, I'm gonna root for the brothers on Saturday.
You do realize there's brothers on both teams, ma'am. Do you know that?
You always gotta be difficult, Sabrina. You know exactly what I mean. Well, it ain't nothing but one head coach brother, so I'm gonna go with him. How about that?
Yeah, I like Ryan's. I do. He's
a good guy. Mm-hmm. And I think this would be the ultimate Cinderella story. If they was able to win, I don't think they're going to, but if they were able to win, it would be a great story. They ain't winning. I'm gonna tell you that now.
But you going with the Texans?
I got to go with the Texans, Raina.
All right. Then this next one I'm a little ticked off about because the Dolphins at the Chiefs, that should be a great game, but the NFL did something stupid and said it's only going to be available to watch on Peacock. It's not an option to watch it on Peacock. It's the only place you can watch the game. First of all, now I'm rebelling. I'm not getting Peacock just because. Why would they do that?
And I was getting ready to get rid of it. Just switch out Netflix. But thank you, God. I could watch. Man, that's going to be. So you had Peacock? Yes, I had Peacock since they had the Best Man trilogy they did last year. Remember the Best Man had like a mini series? I got it. And it was like $7. So I ain't think nothing about it.
Well, you don't have to tell me what's happening. I'm not downloading and buying no Peacock.
Yeah, I would. It's like $8.
I could listen. By the time you pay for Netflix, Hulu, Disney. Listen.
Me and my friend was having the same conversation. I cut my cable off for $170. Between the Wi-Fi and all my subscriptions, I'm back to $150. So what did I really loot? $20 savings and all these passcodes I got to remember now.
Right.
So yeah.
But anyway,
so who's the second game? It's the Chiefs and the Dolphins.
And it's
in call this.
Listen here. Listen. I'm going with the Dolphins.
Me too.
What? Okay, good. Okay, yeah, the Chiefs just haven't looked like themselves all the way to me. I think they can upset them.
No. I'm going, and let me be honest, I ain't got a dog in this fight either, but let me tell you why I'm going with the Dolphins.
Okay.
I found, what's the Asian guy that's on Masked Singer to do the craziest predictions? He just make up stuff.
Oh, yeah, he be saying, sit your blank back, Ken.
I'm going to be Ken in this moment. You know why I'm rooting for the Dolphins? Because if the Chiefs do anything at any time, they're going to pan to that girl, and I don't want to see her. So I'm praying that the Dolphins blow them out, so I don't have to see her now one time. If they show that chick one more time, I'm a holler. What does she have to do football? And
They're gonna show her regardless of whether they win or lose. They're gonna show her
I just want some new meat in the game. Wouldn't it be nice for the Dolphins to win after all these years? And let's give it up. We forgot this one. Let's give it back. Let's go back one. Let's give it up to the Browns. They finally made the playoffs, Sabrina.
Okay, wait, yeah, how about that? Yeah, and not even just them, the Lions, which we're going to get to, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, but we called that at the beginning of the year. We called that one.
We did.
Well, Sabrina, again, I must say, for the second time in 4 years, 3 of the AFC North teams have made the playoffs.
But is it 3?
It's the Steelers, the Ravens, and the Browns, baby.
Why do I forget the Ravens? And they're literally the number 1 seed.
Exactly. Y'all gonna get on my bandwagon. We're gonna vote best division every year now, Sabrina. And the Steelers is playing the Bills.
See, I would love for Tomlin to get this win, but he ain't. He will not. I'm thinking that the Bills are gonna have too much for him. It's in Buffalo. And they've lost so many years in a row. I'm gonna root for the Bills. I mean, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to cheer for the Steelers, but I think the Bills
gonna get it. Yeah. They need a quarterback. I hope Tomlin, who again is increasing and making his record even more valuable. Whenever he retired from coaching, count 5 years and have his jacket made the minute he walk away. Because this dude has never had a losing season the whole time he's been coaching. This is unbelievable. All kudos goes to him. I wish to God they would just get this man $1 billion so he can come to the.
That would be wonderful, but he ain't crazy enough.
He ain't come putting up this foolishness. But anyway, getting back to football, the Steelers got enough arsenal. I don't think their quarterback is strong enough. And the Bills defense has been one thing the Bills do well, playoff time. They kind of iffy during the season, like they're going a 5-game winning streak, lose to kind of like the 49ers. But when that season is over and they get the reset, everybody start fresh, the Bills tend to come to ready to play. I'm a little bit on the fence with Josh right now because he hasn't been playing his best football. But I think that playoff mindset is going to kick in, Okay. So definitely I have the Bills. I want Tomlin to win. My heart gonna be rooting for the Steelers. Right. One of my babies is a huge Steelers fan. My heart is gonna be rooting. Your brother, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be rooting for them. But I think the mountain is too tall to climb.
So what we've been doing is calling the games in the order that they're coming on. So some games on Saturday, some games on Sunday, and games on Monday. The next game in the order of the schedule is the Packers at the Cowboys. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have to think about this long. We both rooting for.
They set this up. They set this up for them to get past. Because for the last 3-4 years, them things have been losing in the first round. They haven't got out. So they set this up.
They gave them a gimme. Yeah.
But on any given Sunday, right, Sabrina?
Yeah, and I hope.
And I promise you, can't find it, and I don't want to invest the money, but I'm gonna give me some Packer gear. And I promise you,
Packer gear. You silly.
I'm gonna put on some orange.
Put some cheese on your head.
I'm gonna put on some orange and green. Some yellow and green. I'm put cheese. Do something, but I can't. This is a pure setup.
It is. And this is a gimme, so we both, it's what it is.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they can get past them, but doubt it. But wouldn't it be nice if they still lost anyway? All that.
You know how hard I would laugh? I would laugh till my stomach hurt off if they lost to the Packers. Oh my gosh.
Y'all done pay people off and maneuver stuff around and still lost. But that would be the best. So this is the game to watch. Because Beanie and I called it. We said that Lions was going to have a phenomenal year and they were going to have huge advancements and even make the playoffs. And we were right. We picked the Lions and the Jaguars. We just missed the Jaguars by 1 game, but they'll be there next year. But man, and this is the first time the Lions been in the playoffs since Winston. It's been just as long as
a long time. And even if they went once somewhere, they didn't do anything with it.
Exactly.
I'm going to say, of course, the Commanders are nowhere even near to sniff the playoffs this year. I'm going to be a Lions cheerleader for the playoffs. I hope, because they've never won anything. I want their fans to understand what it feels like to win, and to even if they just get to the championship game, give them that feeling. I'm rooting for the Lions, and I hope. Ooh, but Stafford's going to be playing against his old team, though. He's going to want to beat them bad. Oh, man.
And he's going to do too much, and he's going to flunk. I'm telling you, Sabrina. Sometimes you got to be overzealous.
Yeah.
And I just don't. Okay, so the Rams is a decent game. They've been playing football. They've been getting better and better each week. You know, so they're going to give them a go. I just think it's going to edge out. For me, it's all going to be play calling for the Lions, because you got to put together a better play calling set than what you did these last couple of games. Because you could have had them Cowboys if you were just running that ball up that gut. Parsons can't be in all 11 positions. Run the ball away from him. You know what I'm saying? Make better calls, like kicking the extra point. Once you got lucky, how successful is the 2-point conversion, Sabrina? Isn't it's like 40% successful?
No, it's less than that.
It's gotten better over the years, though. I know that for a fact. This has been the most successful season and since forever. More 2-point conversions now. But it's still not at a rate that you should take it. The minute that you did it and it was called back, that should have been a kick in your gut to go for the extra point, so we wouldn't even be in this position. But nevertheless, what's done is done. Better play calling, run the ball up their gut, and they may have a chance.
So who are you picking?
The Lions, of course.
Oh, okay. Me too. And we're going to wrap it up with the very last one. The defending NFC champion Eagles against the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Ooh, the way I don't know what to say.
This what asked me this 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even be playing.
They wouldn't even be right. Mm-hmm.
Ask me now. It's a toss-up.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. It's a toss-up, and it shouldn't have ever been this close.
They are in Philly, right?
No.
What?
The Eagles done lost so much now that they are the lower seed. It's in Tampa Bay.
Man, they're losing their mind now. They're gonna be firing them cannons.
Right. Right, they are.
Man.
Oh gosh. I don't know who to pick for this one. I don't.
Sabrina, we
got to ought to win, but I can't say definitively that they will.
One of these games gonna be the upset. So if I was to call one, but what if the Eagles doing a rope-a-dope?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but you don't rope-a-dope yourself in a wild card position.
From first to the wild
card. It is to win from the Giants was able to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't done a lot. You know, you don't win from the wild card position. It's very hard.
I'm picking the Bucs.
Because the last time, didn't the Bucs win from the wild card position last time they won? Because they was here.
Tom was there?
Yes, when Tom.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't got Tom no more.
But they got Baker Mayfield. He's been playing too.
Yeah, I'm a smack shot.
No, I'm just telling you who they got. I didn't say he's great, the greatest thing walking.
He has gotten better though.
I'm picking the Bucs.
Sabrina, I can't.
You'll pick Eagles?
Not my mouth. I can't even do it. I'm gonna stick with the Eagles, but I'm willing to be wrong in this point. My IQ just too high to think the Bucs gonna do. Shouldn't, you know. I'm not talking about your football IQ. I'm just saying.
No, you're fine.
For my mouth.
Yeah.
Say the Bucs gonna beat the Eagles in a wild card game. I didn't even know they was not even going to Philly.
No. When the Cowboys beat us and they lost to the Giants, that solidified it. You are a wild card for sure. So anyway, there it is. We've made our picks for this first wild card weekend of the season, for the wild card weekend of the season.
This is going to be some good football here, because all these games could go either way.
Yeah, for sure.
We will want them. Only two that I feel confident, but I'm confident that they're going to get past the Packers.
Yeah.
But that's it. By far, maybe, and I'm confident the Bills can beat the Steelers.
But that's going to be a closer match to me than the Cowboys and the Packers.
They ain't got no. All right, baby.
I'm just saying it'll be closer than the Cowboys and the Packers. That to me should be not a blowout, but it should be definitive.
But they just y'all just don't know what we go through in the DMV. They terrible. They terrible. And I've been around true Cowboy fans, the ones that live in Texas, the state of Texas. They the most beautiful people on earth. They welcome you with open arms. You can eat all the barbecue you want. It's just beautiful. These delusional pretenders, imposters that we living around, man, they the worst things on earth. So, well, thanks for keeping up with us and staying with us while we took our Sabrina and I both life started lifing.
Yeah, we did not. So the last show that we did was like 2.5, something like that, months ago, and we never planned to take all this time off. We did that show, we went on about our lives, and we never looked back. We done went through my birthday and Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's, and it's like, oh my gosh.
And I actually went to LA to see the Commanders play. I went to SoFi, most beautiful stadium. I don't never want to go to FedEx.
It's like comparing oodles and noodles and Gordon Ramsay making you
come on here. It was beautiful.
And
this is the one thing I want to leave y'all with. I want to say this to Sabrina. The one thing I wish I would have took pictures. I'm so mad, but when we play the Rams, you will see it again. When I tell you we got it wrong about the name, y'all. So I went to SoFi when the Commanders were playing the Rams. 60% of the stadium were Commander fans. And I'm talking about it looked like a home game. So when I started having conversations, how you become a Commander fan, they said, my heritage is Native American. So we do this in homage to them. Most of the people were Hispanic. If it wasn't Black and Browns, that's all you saw. Black and Browns Commander fans. And they were, most of them, unbeknownst to us, thought it was in reverence. Because they were all command. I wish I would have took pictures. I didn't, but I promise you, when they play the Rams, I'm going back because I absolutely had the best time ever. There were 60% of the crowd were Commander fans. I met so many people and had so many conversations because I was curious, like, how so many Commander fans in LA? This is crazy. And a lot of us went. Of course, I was sitting to two women beside me. They were from PG because this is a new stadium and it was on everybody's bucket list to go. And the seats were really good. The prices were the same. It's a little bit pricey. Girl, you think we complain about the parking here? The parking at SoFi is $200.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. And let me tell you that it depends because when we don't go to the games here in Washington and we sell our parking passes, people buy those parking passes like that. So if I was greedy, I probably could make $200 off in them parking passes. I think people just don't want to have to walk or park far away, so
the parking far away was $100. We was happy to get the $100 parking at the casino.
Wow,
that was right down the aisle, and believe it or not, Sabrina, for customer service and fan base, their stadium was ranked the worst stadium due to the high parking cars, all the panhandling with the bacterial sausages that's walking around. It's a
bacterial sausages.
They got these little cocks that they be frying the sausages on, Sabrina, that they like out there. It's like them chicken sausages. You run past 1,000 of those people. They everywhere. Beautiful stadium, most beautiful stadium I haven't been to many, but that stadium is worth its weight to go. But the customer service, the prices of the food, and the parking, the fans ranked that second to worst, right before us.
Wow, I never would have thought
$200 to park, Sabrina. And the food was right there with I got a burger, a fry, and a drink. It was $30. That's way too much, but it is what it is. But yes, I was just in awe of all the support from the Hispanic community. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
And I asked, that's what they were all saying. And so I just stopped asking and just started enjoying the game. But I was in awe. But yeah, we miss y'all. Hope y'all miss us.
Yeah, we really miss this. And can you do us a favor?
What?
Please, everybody, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. The only way YouTube would keep our videos out there is if they see that people want to see it. Please hit subscribe right there. And then tell somebody else to subscribe. I can't even get the word out, subscribe. Tell somebody else to subscribe too so that we can keep growing. You know, we need your help. So
this is going to have a great weekend of football. I'm looking forward to my Ravens. My man Lamar getting out there in 2 weeks. Lamar got a lot he can't fail.
Yeah, I hope that he proves all those people wrong that passed over on him. Even the team that he played for, that was holding out on his contract. I hope they see how ridiculous that decision was.
I'm Gwen.
I'm Sabrina.
Stay blessed, stay safe, love someone. Bye.